When a student comes in, a lot of times they bring in an individual education plan or a 504 plan or something like that with some information about what happened in high school, but a lot of times they don't. And the one thing that students always bring in is medical documentation that explains what's going on with them. And we use that as a starting point. So we'll talk about what college is like, what we can do for them here, and how the process of accommodations work in college. So throughout that process, a lot of times we'll let them know that something that they needed specific access to or permission for in high school is not necessarily applicable to college. So we try to gently explain that college is going to be different, and there will be a time where we need to figure out what their accommodations will be. So we try to shy away from coming right out and saying, this is not what would work in college, or we won't do this. We try to help them understand that it might not be necessary because the situation is different.
Our office is really here for anything that a student might need. If they're struggling in their classes or they're struggling with something related to their disability, we're here to help them. But we also have a lot of students who come in because they're not getting along with their roommate, or they just have general problems adjusting to college, and we're really here to help with whatever our student needs.
Students are very excited to come, and they are open to trying new things, whereas a lot of time parents feel like they know what the best thing is because it's been working so far, and they've been basically managing their students' personal and medical issues since they were born. So they obviously know a lot more than I do about them, but we know a lot about what it's like to be in college and what can happen there. So we try to help them understand what's going to happen there and find that middle ground where they feel like they can trust us, but also, understand that they'll still be a part of their students' lives, but they won't see them as much. So it's a difficult process for everybody.
No matter what the accommodation is needed for and what the documented disability is, it's really up to the individual student on how they're going to succeed. So I've seen students with various kinds of disabilities be very, very successful. And I wouldn't say that maybe one type of disability or the other is more or less successful.
So I decided to come to the university, and I worked in residence life. And so I worked with freshman students, and then after that I moved to upperclassmen students. And in that job, there were some people that I worked with for a couple years. So I got to see them come in as high school seniors and leave as Duquesne seniors. And now some of those students work with me in this office too. And that is definitely the most rewarding thing about our jobs. That's what makes coming here every day something we love to do, why we enjoy being in this place. And I think it's a pleasant environment because we really do love what we're doing here. And that is all based on working with those students and helping them through these hurdles, getting them through here so they can do what they want to do after they graduate. But that's definitely the best part about my job.